Good morning. It's Leanne Peters here. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook, and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to create a space of healing for the 8th of the 8th, 2022. So welcome. While you're coming over, I want to send out an extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. So the plan is that I'll be here for about 30 or 40 minutes, and this is our monthly Power Day healing event. So most Power Days of the month, which is the 8th of the 8th, the 1st of the 1st, the 5th of the 5th, that sort of thing of the month, I really try and get here to create a healing space, a healing event. So that's why I'm here. Very excited to be doing this first thing this morning. So I'm creating a space of healing. Basically, this healing session, this healing time will be in 3 parts. First of all, we're going to smudge and clear and prepare ourselves. And then we move into our time of receiving. So that's your you time for you to receive what you need. And then that energy moves into giving. And we send energy and nice thoughts out to others and around our planet. So that's sort of the idea. I do have some instruments today. So fingers crossed, Facebook stopped their silly censoring me for playing music, claiming that I am copywriting someone else's music when I'm playing it myself. Makes no sense. Although they do the same thing with my speaking, so who knows what's going on back there in Facebook land behind the scenes. But I'm going to play some instruments. So I've got my chimes. Chimes is going to be for your you time, so time of receiving. And then I've got my quartz singing bowl to play for our time of giving. I'll be working in conjunction with my healing energy card, so I'll probably pull 2 or 3, about 3 perhaps through the whole time of this connection. So welcome and thank you for joining me today. I'm coming to you live from Tasmania, Australia, where it is Monday the 8th of the 8th, 2022, and it's exactly 8:34 a.m. a.m. Not p.m. yet. So let's see. So okay, why the 8th of the 8th? It just feels right. It feels right to me to be here on the Power Day of the month doing this. I like when things synchronize up. I don't have any numerology experience. I don't really care to explore anything really about these types of Power Days. They just feel right to be here. So it feels good to be here, and that's good enough reason for me. So that's why I'm here. So you may have a personal connection with the number 8. If so, fantastic. Please connect with that as we go. If you don't, like me, then let's just enjoy ourselves and see what comes up. So let's start with some smudging. I've got a new sage stick today. Yay. So we'll start with some smudging. This is time to prepare ourselves, to let go of the stresses and pressures, the stuff at the frontal part of our mind, the stuff that's going on in the front of our life, to clear that energy away and prepare ourselves to go deeper during this healing time. So take some nice big breaths. Now participate as deeply as you are willing to go and able to go. If you're in the middle of something right now, if you're driving or working or doing something important, you can just partially be attentive here. Then maybe come back and connect with this a bit later when you have time. If you have the time now, then I encourage you to drop deeply into this experience by turning off distractions and really letting yourself connect. Now, because this is a new sage stick, let's just light it a bit more. So take some nice big breaths. And as you breathe out, let go of the stresses that you're under, the pressure that you're under, and the stuff that you've got going on in your life that you can perhaps put aside for these minutes that we spend together. So nice big breath as we ask this sacred smoke to wash over our bodies and carry away with it all negative energies, entities, cords, hooks, attacks and attachments, as we give ourselves permission to let go. We also call forward the Great Spirit, our God and Goddess, all of our spirit guides, our power animals, our masters, our angels, our loved ones in spirit, our ancestors, all beings of the light, and any other specific beings or guides or loved ones that you would like to personally call forward, then please do that now. And we ask that they help us stay connected to the earth, connected into our body, and aligned with the truth and what feels right for us personally. We ask that they also help us stay connected and plugged into spirit and the universe and the bigger picture, the higher plan, and also bringing that into balance in our heart. And so it is. Thank you. Okay. All right, so we're moving now into our time of receiving. That means that this is your time for you. Can you give yourself permission to enjoy some time just for you to soak up what you need in this moment? So turn your attention to yourself, your body, your breathing, your heart, how you feel, what's going on for you. So I'm going to pull a healing energy card around this time of receiving. So what do we need, us as individuals at this time, the majority of us, to focus on for this time of healing and receiving? The best card is this. This is the healing energy cards coming soon. Card 60, called Untangling. Untangling. It's in the action category here. And down here it says, sort out the tangle, clear the knots, anxiety, complication, acknowledge what is a tangled mess inside you. A solution, potential, and freedom does exist. So this is like, I imagine, when my children were younger, my son especially, and he'd be somehow getting his shoelaces into this right tangle, and would have to spend a few minutes, hopefully not in the morning of going to school, but maybe the evening, before untangling this massive knots and tangles that would be in the shoelace, as he tried to tie his shoelaces in those early days. So this is like those knots, those types of knots. And I think of laces or fishing line, and that's a bit of a nightmare to untangle because of the nature of fishing line. So it's usually better to cut the knot and just toss that bit away. So sometimes this is what we need to do. Do you need to spend some time untangling things that have become complicated and complex and difficult and anxious perhaps inside you? Do you need to sit there and untangle things a little bit and sort things out in your own head, in your own heart, so you can figure out things, get things straightened, get things untangled, and then continue forward? Or is there something inside of you that's been tangling up so much, and it's such a mass, like a fishing line, big massive tangle, that it's best just to cut that tangle out and let it go and start afresh? So depending on what you've got going on, maybe one or either of those might resonate with you. But what within you, within yourself, needs untangling? So it could be physically, emotionally, mentally, it might be spiritually. It might be stuff that you're holding on from the past and you're just like over it now. The time has come maybe to put the past behind you. So this sort of thing may be important. So let's grab the chimes. These aren't really chimes, Facebook. It's just, nothing musical. And let's get ready to, this is about you. So try and really bring your attention to yourself and what you need. I'm going to start with the heart and expand from there. Take some nice big breaths and let yourself receive, and maybe use this time to untangle yourself or to strengthen yourself, to connect with yourself, to breathe and just have a few moments where you're just feeling what it's like to sit in your skin, to feel the strength of your spine as you sit there, to feel the air coming in and out of your mouth and down your throat and down into your lungs and your diaphragm. Can you sit in yourself and find some comfort in your skin? So nice big breath. Nice big breath as you allow the energy of the chimes and what you personally needed or need. Maybe you still need it. Maybe you've worked your way through that, but whatever you've personally needed to come to the forefront. So, thank you. Oh, Russell says, my tangles are so tight, it's like dreadlocks. How interesting. And can you untangle dreadlocks? My experience as a hairdresser in the past, in one of my old lifetimes, earlier in this lifetime, says that maybe dreadlocks need cutting out. So, could be worth thinking about how to tackle those. So you call those chimes chakra chimes, and they're from Elfin. They're Elfin chimes, ELFIN. I've had them for many, many years, so I don't even know if they still make them now. But yeah, Elfin chimes. Thank you so much. I trust you enjoyed your time of receiving for you. And now our attention turns to giving and coming together. Oh, I love this togetherness energy at the moment. Coming together. So we'll focus on that togetherness. I'm going to guide us through this time. So we're going to focus on this togetherness and really strengthen that bond between us all. And then we're going to expand that energy out from our circle, if you like, from our team, our togetherness, and out around the planet. So I'm going to guide us through that. I'm going to use the singing bowl, and I'm going to pull a card first. So let's divert our attention to our time of giving. There will also be an opportunity for you to put people that you love and care for into our circle for sort of a distant healing. So I'll let you know when we're at that point too. So just keep that in mind if you're new to these videos. Okay, so the best card as we turn now to our time of giving. It's like the in and the out breath. We've done our time of receiving and now it's our time to give. So the best card that we need as we turn our attention to others, as we expand our attention, our focus of ourselves out to other people, to each other, is this card here. It's got paint on it. Oh, yes, card 55 on the 8th of the 8th is, which doesn't really mean that much, but 5588, you know, that's pretty cool. It's called Tree of Life. So it's previously the last card in the deck of 55 for our first healing energy card. So if you've got that deck, you'll recognize this card. The illustration is staying. We haven't seen this for a while, actually. It's in the neutral category up here, which is center. And down here it says, enjoy the fruits of your effort, your hard work, and the harvest. Life, balance, wisdom, completion of a phase so that the new can birth. Earth, support, and appreciate. We're definitely going to be connecting with the earth in these moments to follow, and we're certainly going to be stepping up and supporting each other. So this is, this is quite powerful. A very earthy feel as we move into our time of giving. All right, so as I said, I am going to guide us through this phase of this healing event. So I'm going to be talking us through it. You're very welcome to follow what I'm saying if it resonates with you. But if you're feeling like there's something that you want to be doing yourself that has a similar kind of intention, then you're very welcome. I always encourage you to trust your intuition. It's my job to trust my intuition. It's your job to trust your intuition. And sometimes ours meet. Sometimes they kind of work together and we sort of meet in the middle. And at other times, you're going off on a different intuitive tangent or intention. And that's totally okay. So don't feel that if you're off doing your own thing and it's a bit different to what I'm saying, don't feel that that's wrong, what you're doing, and you should be following me. That's not how I feel it works. I'm guiding those who need that focus, and there will be a handful of you that do your own thing. So please do your own thing. Trust your intuition above you trusting mine. I'll trust my intuition above me trusting yours, if that makes sense. It's my intuition. It's your intuition. Trust yours. I trust mine. So I trust that makes sense. My intuition is not right for everyone, basically. Your intuition is not right for everyone. It's right for you. Mine's right for me. So hopefully that makes sense. So I'm going to play the quartz singing bowl, which is beautiful. So I'm going to play this as I'm talking, and I trust you enjoy this time of connection and support as we come together. So let's, especially for those of you who've just joined in, let's get back into center first. We have to be in center first so we can make this work as best as possible. So nice big breath. Okay, so nice big breath, and just settle into your body again. Settle into your spine. Feel the support of your skin holding all your bits together. And feel that power and gentleness of your breath. So let's connect with the earth. Bring your attention down to your feet. And if your feet are flat on the floor, take a grip on the floor with your toes, just to feel a little bit more connection. If your feet aren't on the floor and maybe you're laying down or you're sitting with your legs crossed, feel the weight of your body on the chair or the bed or wherever you may be. Feel the weight of your body. Feel your connection to the earth, to your body. Now let's imagine a beautiful red-brown light. It's like a misty light coming up from the earth, up into the soles of our feet, if we have our feet on the floor, or coming up through our tailbone if we're sitting cross-legged on the floor or on something, or maybe through our spine if we're laying down. But feel this red-brown, misty energy, misty light coming up from the earth and up into your body. If you struggle to visualize it, just know that it's happening. And this earthly light enters into your body like your body's an empty cylinder, and it starts filling you up with this earthly love, support, grounding, stability, strength, nurturing, whatever you feel that the earth provides. Let that energy enter your body and go to any part or place within your body that needs that strength and nurturing that the earth provides. And now let's imagine that we're all holding hands in this beautiful circle of love. So imagine holding your hands with someone next to you, and let's start sharing energy as we're holding hands together, as we send energy through our hand, out through the left side, and receive in through our right side, continuing to give and receive, sending energy out and receiving energy in. We cannot give more than we receive, and we cannot receive more than we give. All is perfectly balanced. And we're also safe and protected, so try not to worry or believe that you're taking on other people's stuff, because you only do that if you believe it to be so. So you are safe and protected as we bring this energy in, welcome it in, and give it out. And as we do this, the more we do this, the more energy is generated and built between us. So holding in this beautiful circle of love, connected, sharing this energy around and around our circle. And now let's invite those that we care for, those that we love, those that we know who are struggling at this time. Let's invite them into our circle and hold them in this space for healing, for strength, for support, or whatever it is they need. Let's trust that they know what is best for them. And let's not feel we have to push specifics onto them. But if they're struggling, let's bring them into this space as an act of kindness and care. And we trust that they will receive the energy they need and that they want. So you can imagine your loved one in our circle, or say them by name, and that will bring them here to choose if they want to receive or not. Okay, so we hold the intention that these people receive what they need, and we leave them here in our circle for as long as they want to be here. It's their choice. So now with our loved ones there, held in love, let's bring our attention back to our circle as we share now this energy it expands from hand to hand and moves from heart to heart as we give out and receive through our hearts in this beautiful big circle we're generating. And now let's expand this energy up from our hearts to our crown as we now go from crown to crown, creating this big halo around our circle. White light, this white halo from crown to crown. And now let's expand this energy from crown to crown out and around our earth as we cover the earth in this beautiful blanket of love. And this love finds anyone who's lost or alone, anyone grieving or struggling, anyone that just needs a bit of love, then this love finds them. And again, we don't force it upon them, but we allow them to take it if they choose. It flows into the hearts of the animals that need it now, into the waterways and the deepest parts of the earth, and to the mountain tops and the atmosphere, the air that we breathe. From the deepest parts of the earth to the highest altitudes of the earth, we send this love. Okay, so now let's leave the earth in this space of love and support as we bring our attention back to our circle and back to ourselves. As we draw this high vibrational love we've been generating together down into our crowns, down into our bodies, where it mixes with that earthly love that we connected with before. And here we merge heaven with earth, spirit with matter. Here we bring all of who we are into this moment as we stand tall, strong, clear, and ready to embrace what is before us in life, to make changes, to step out of our comfort zone, to make improvements to the parts of our life that haven't been working that well lately. That we are strong, we are ready, we are clear, we are focused and solution orientated as we prepare to move forward, as we stand like pillars here in this moment in our life with a strong heart, a strong body, and a strong mind. So feel yourself like a pillar, tall, strong, connected to the earth, connected to spirit, connected in your heart. You are a pillar of light. You are connected to something bigger, much, much bigger than your problems and your difficulties. And you're not doing what you're going through alone. Feel the support around you. Feel the support within you. Okay, thank you. Beautiful. I love this feeling at the moment of togetherness. It's just amazing. I love seeing real togetherness. And, you know, I love what I do here at Temple of Balance. It's fantastic to be able to share in this way and to be able to hopefully help you on some degree. But to me, there is just a slight disconnect because I don't see the effects. Like, I live in my life and do my thing and share what I feel like I want to share, but I don't really see the changes that potentially happen from what I do. I might get feedback or what have you, which is great, but I don't really see how this affects you in a positive way. So to me, even though I love what I do, there is a slight sense of disconnect that I've noticed in the last couple of days, that disconnect from the physical sense. You know, I see it in retreats and events that I host where I'm connecting with people in person, and I can see the shift in such a short period of time. And I'm not saying that the shift isn't there, because I'm sure it is for some of you, but I don't get to enjoy that that shift. But on Saturday night we had our gala concert, and our band's gala concert, and the incredible teamwork and the unity that we all had. No conflict, no divide, no politics. It was just because we all love to play music, all different types of people. And I helped organise this concert. And I think it was the best concert, musicality-wise, organisation-wise, and just the general connect that everyone was feeling. There must have been about 200 of us there, maybe, including the audience. And that connection, like, it literally is the most powerful thing I experienced on Saturday night. And it still makes me feel a bit emotional. I get so teary about it because I love seeing, like, real togetherness. Like, we talk about, celebrities talk about, we're all in this together. It feels shallow, a lot of it. But to actually see it, see people helping out, seeing people play their part, seeing people vulnerable as they play their instrument and coming together and creating music together, and the joy, and it's really beyond words. So I feel extra connected to this particular event right now because of this fresh, really strong and powerful and tangible physical teamwork that I've noticed since Saturday. So, and yeah, I don't know, this has got to be what life is about, right? I mean, it just seems like there's just so much divide and conflict and separation in the world, and between families, between friends and co-workers, because they believe different things. It's just all nonsense. So I feel like these types of connections lifts us, or for me at least, I feel, lifts us above that. It's almost always comes back to politics, doesn't it? Ridiculous politics. It just seems to be debates and conflict and divide. And the power that it holds right now is just unbelievable, really. So I don't really know why I'm saying this, but I just feel like it's so strong at the moment, this togetherness feeling, which I feel is more of a natural way of being human than the arguments and the divide and the separation and the conflict that seems so evident in this crazy world that's out there right now. And I think the only thing most people can agree upon is that the world is a little crazy and a little mad. But what we determine that the problem is usually where the conflict comes up. So the togetherness is so beautiful, and I feel it really strongly now. And I hope and trust that you feel a little bit of support too, because I really feel that we are better together. You know, we work so well as a team, us humans. So let's try and get on. Let's try and resolve conflicts. Let's try not to keep conflicts and divide going. And let's be kind to each other. Let's step up and help because we care. We really care for each other. And then so that will also, as we step up and help others, that also allows us to receive, because we're helping and we receive as we're giving. And then when we probably need it and we're in a low place, then that help comes in for us. Let's work together. We're a team here. We're not enemies. So if you just joined in, I was playing the bowl and we were doing our time of giving with this card in mind, Tree of Life. So it just feels beautiful and grounded, and yeah, I think we're all very, very, I don't know if I like the word special. There's so much that's been tainted about the English, or not necessarily the English, but about language, that I'm very hesitant to use some words that I do really connect with, because they have been, their definitions are changing. So yeah, it's interesting. But the feeling of that card just feels right. So thank you. Thank you for being who you are, and hopefully this connection has helped you feel maybe a little more connected than you did feel before. Maybe you feel like you belong a little bit more to something than you did before. Maybe you feel a little stronger than you did before. But the big thing for me coming out of these last couple of days is certainly teamwork. So thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to pull a card to go. Before I do, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I've really enjoyed this connection. I can't see your comments because the sun is quite bright and I'm just concentrating on what I'm doing, but I will read them all shortly. So I want to thank you so much for being here. I really trust you've enjoyed this connection. If you have enjoyed it, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you would love to connect more personally or privately, then please send us a message through our website. I understand that some of you probably enjoy watching my videos and don't like interacting, and I understand that because Facebook just shows everyone what we're doing that's not necessarily that public. So if you prefer to send a message out and let me know how you're doing or what you receive from these types of connections, then that's always very welcomed. If you'd love to learn more about me and the work I do at Temple of Balance, if you'd love to support my work, I don't have sponsors or anything. I am here because of people like you. So if you get something out of my videos and my work, then please consider supporting it. You can see what's available on my website at templeofbalance.com.au. So let's look for the best card to go. So my intention is what do we need to know for what's next? What am I trying to say? How do we move forward from here? How do we bring this feeling that we have or experienced, how do we bring this into our everyday life? So the next step as we prepare to turn this off and get into our everyday life, I've got some fruit trees to plant. I'm very excited once the frost defrosts. So I'll be planting our first apple trees and pepperberries, plums. Very exciting. But what do we need to know for what's next as we move forward from here? How can we carry this now into our everyday life better? So let's keep this energy in mind. It's this. Ah, yes, creation. Card 30, creation. It's again in the neutral category here, which is basically center. It's sort of in the crossroads, if you like, but it shows us in the middle of the crossroads where we have choices and where we're preparing to move to a next level, move to the next step. So it's a neutral space. It's a centered space. Down here it says, create something. Create something. Blank canvas, potential. A window of opportunity exists. Welcome it into your life. Confidence increasing. Practice and make. So are you feeling inspired to create or make something? Maybe this is something that might be really good for some of us, maybe the majority of us, because that was my intention, to move out of here and create something, make something. For me, I'm going to be planting something, going to be playing in the earth. Oh my gosh, the soil here is so amazing. It's this red soil and it's full of worms and it just feels so lush and it's slightly clay. It's so nice after coming from a black sandy soil. So what are you inspired to create as you leave here? How can you look for opportunities that are around you, but can you make some opportunities? Have you been waiting back for something to happen in your life? Or can you, instead of waiting back for something to happen, for something to come to you, can you be a bit more proactive? Can you think outside the box a little bit more? Can you reach out in ways that are different than you've tried previously? Can you go for something big? So what opportunities do you need to align yourself with? And it feels to me like a fertility, like this fertility that's wanting to come in, fertile ground, creating something new, finding opportunities. So is your life feeling fertile? Are you letting new things happen and new things grow? Or is your garden, your life garden, smothered with weeds? Is it dry and barren? Is it lifeless in your garden of life? So can you create something beautiful around you today or tomorrow or in the near future that helps bring fertility back to your life and fertility back to your life garden? If your life was a garden, how is it? Can you assess the current state of your life garden. And what does your life garden need to improve it? Do you need to fertilize the soil and fertilize parts of your life? Do you need to plant some new seeds and some new opportunities moving forward? Do you need to imagine parting the clouds and bring some sun into your garden? Maybe it's become too dull and dark in your life. You're in charge of this life garden of yours. If you imagine it, it's just your imagination. So you can work with that energy too to bring that into your life as a reality. So if your garden feels dark and dull, part the clouds, make a hole in the ceiling if it's in a room. What can you do to feed and nourish and flourish your garden? That's the energy that's coming in. I'm very excited, and my daughter's about to arrive. So that's also very exciting. So let's have some fun today. The 8th of the 8th. Happy 8th of the 8th. Enjoy whatever it's going to be for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really feel incredibly connected and incredibly grateful for this opportunity. So thank you so much. And I will see you again soon. So take care and namaste. So namaste means that the divine, the creator in me, honours and acknowledges the divine, the creator in you, that we are equal, we are one. So thank you for being who you are and what you bring to this world. And if you feel you could bring more, or you're not bringing enough, or you're not bringing anything, then it's up to you. You can change that. Create purpose and meaning for you in your life. I'll see you next time. Bye.